Hello there YouTube, this is Bad Fat Panda bringing you some gameplay commentary. This is Modern Warfare 2, I'm going to be playing some Domination on Wasteland. And I thought I'd give you guys, since this is my first video upload, a little bit of information about myself and about my channel and where I want to take my channel in the future. To start off with me, my name is Chris. I am a music major. I'm a sophomore in college, and when I'm not at work or at school, I like to play video games. From the start, a lot of my uploads are going to be Modern Warfare 2 related, because I have a fair amount of gameplay edited and just ready to get commentated. But eventually I will start to branch off into other games. Mass Effect 2 is something I picked up on Tuesday when it released, and I have to say that I am quite impressed. I thoroughly enjoy everything that BioWare did with the game. I think they took a lot of the customer feedback into account when they were making the second one, including the dreaded elevator rides. Yes, if you have not heard, the elevator rides are done for. I think it's a great game that's a vast improvement on everything that they've done with the first one, which I thought was pretty solid. So if you're on the fence or wavering about whether or not to get it, I would highly suggest doing so. You will not be disappointed. But from the beginning, I want to keep my gameplay commentaries to focus around gameplay. Here I am using FAMAS with the red dot sight and SPAS 12. I tend to be using more of the SPAS 12 in these close quarter environments because you really can't do that much close quarters with a three round burst assault rifle. Here I'm just trying to get a couple kills, but I only managed to get one, which is no problem for me. I go in later to get my Harrier. But as far as perks I'm using and kill streak setup and what have you, the skeleton that I used for my perks on almost all of my classes are Ninja Pro, Scavenger Pro, and Stopping Power Pro. Very rarely do I switch something out in there, because I feel it's a very well-rounded setup to use. If you guys have any that you find yourself going towards when all hope is lost, feel free to leave a note in the comment section. But I have a feeling that that is a pretty widely used setup, especially when you're using claymores. I don't really use that many here or get that many kills with them, but it's something to keep in mind. As far as the weapon, the FAMAS assault rifles in the game in general are quite overpowered. It seems that I'm not necessarily dying a lot more, but I think it takes a lot less to kill a person than it does in Modern Warfare, the original one. I think taking out Juggernaut did have a fair amount to do with that, but there are definitely other factors involved. I don't think bullet damage was increased that much, or decreased. It's just something that goes on with the game. The FAMAS, though, I have sort of mixed feelings about what they did with the M16. It's certainly as powerful as it used to be, but the recoil with it is definitely upped. It's not quite as good of a gun as it was in Modern Warfare 2, in Modern Warfare 1. The M16 in Modern Warfare 1, all of you guys probably used it at some point in time. Stopping power, as long as you got a 3-round burst, you can kill anybody across the map, anywhere on that map. Maybe a couple more with Juggernaut. But here I am a rather vengeful player in general. I tend to let my thirst for payback guide some of my actions. Unfortunately here it gets me 2 deaths back to back, and I start going on a little bit of a UMP tear. The SMGs in this game, I feel they've sort of taken a little bit of the oomph out of them that they had in the original Modern Warfare. I remember the P90, I used it for almost every map. Vacant was especially, Vacant and Shipment were 2 maps that I dominated on with some SMGs. But here they sort of toned them back a bit, which I don't have a problem with, because they added so many new weapons. The UMP, though, is quite a good weapon. It's a 3 or 4 shot kill with or without stopping power. Even with or without a silencer, I do believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong there. But it's quite potent. That I would not recommend sticking a guy with Semtex that is running towards you. I got lucky there. I am by no means saying that I'm playing against pros here with this match, because I'm obviously not. These guys gave me a fair amount of feed. I think the next match was a domination on terminal, and I ended up going 16-9. So that gives you a pretty good estimate as to the skill level of these guys. Some of them are pretty decent, but overall, there are some noobs. I'm playing on the PS3, and you can go ahead and have your fanboy console wars as to whether noobs are on both consoles, or I don't really mind. I do have both an Xbox and a PS3. I have played Modern Warfare on both. I don't really find that either end has more skilled players than the other. But here I'm just running out of ammo with my UMP. I tend to do that a fair amount with SMG classes, not necessarily because I spray, but because I don't really have that much ammo. I tend to use Marathon and Lightweight. With any SMG class, Lightweight Pro is pretty... It's a pretty beast perk. I just got it. I think this Prestige was the first time I used it enough to actually unlock the Pro. And I have to say, it is pretty kick-ass. Anywhere you go, if it turns into a hip-fire contest, you can be that guy that pulls out your weapon from sprinting faster than the other one. If you get maybe 1 bullet, 2 bullets into him a little bit before the other guy does, you have a pretty decent chance at winning that fight. And it saved my ass a couple times. Here, unfortunately, I couldn't do anything about that. Maybe I could have drop shotted him, maybe, but it's debatable. Here I managed to rush their spawn, which was pretty happy, made me pretty happy. Here, I don't know if any of you do this regularly, but if on larger maps and you see red dots at the corner of the UAV when it's up on the minimap, I find it really useful to just pop that up so I can get a more detailed display of where people actually are on the map rather than just red dots at the corners. Here is another, I was... should have died there probably if he had been a little bit better. That guy didn't know what was going on and I stunned him. He was pretty lucky. But here I think we have almost all of the flags and their spawn sort of random. It's spawn system on this game. I'm not going to get into it that much because I don't really feel like ranting and raving. It's not the greatest. I think that there's certainly other games out there that have better spawn systems that didn't necessarily have the amount of money put into it that this game did. But that's just unfortunate. The 1887s, I don't know if you know, but if you use bling with them, they are back to pre-patch range, which is a good thing and a bad thing depending on your feeling towards those. I didn't think they were that overpowered, and every game really has an overpowered weapon, so didn't really think it was a big deal, but whatever. Here I am, I'm one of the main forces in capping flags and going to play objectives, whether it's demolition or domination, sabotage, what have you. I have a feeling that in a lot of the games I've been getting into recently, it's been mostly people who think that playing team deathmatch is good to do on every map, every game type. I have a lot of people that come in and just worry about their KDRs and not really capping objectives, and I feel that that sort of takes away from the overall experience of the game. If you're playing this game, I really don't see why you would play to win if you're playing an objective type game. But I'm not going to sort of go into that much. Here a guy has a chopper gunner, which I tend not to use. Actually, I think 579 is potent enough. The 11 kill streaks are quite overpowered in my view. But this game is coming to a close. I shouldn't complain about the chopper gunner that much though, because he just saved my ass. If you guys have any questions for me, just feel free to post them. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'm just getting started, so I would really appreciate it. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.